Business in today is very challenging, especially during the pandemic. No matter what industry you are in, digitalization and innovation is definitely on your to-do list. VentureGrab.com is a business opportunity platform. We focus to provide all kinds of business opportunity like franchise, licensing, partnership, and even buy-sell a business. Compared to the old school method, when you want to start a business, you need to do a lot of research. Now you can find all this information from VentureGrab.com. We make your 3D process faster and easier. With your business listing on VentureGrab.com, we help you to shout out your business opportunity to the right person. As of today, we have more than 50,000 potential business investor database within our platform. Besides all these marketing channels, we also provide further professional assistance whenever you need it, and we leave it to you to have direct discussion with the expert. Our platform is business opportunity and investor focused. To a business opportunity hunter, VentureGrab Investor Circle, VGIC. This is a great place to hunt for opportunity, from franchise to licensing, from partial shares to 100% buying off. You might have the chance to be the pioneer investor in local or overseas brands, SME owners who are looking to grow or expansion by acquisition of upstream or downstream businesses within the industry, young entrepreneurs who are looking to start up a business with lower cost and innovative product and services. There are a variety of choices of business opportunity for you to choose and compare. There's no markup, no hidden cost, no agent fees, reduced cost on transaction and process. There is full business information within the platform for faster decision making. Lastly, I would like to take this opportunity to encourage every business owner out there, no matter how bad is the market, always stay positive and look for a solution. Like me, since MCO 1.0 until MCO 3.0, I just keep doing whatever I can think of and move on. You don't try, you don't know.
Welcome to Malaysia First Business Opportunity E-Expo。
欢迎出席马来西亚首场生意机会博览会。
Opportunities always there. As long as you stay positive. Through this event, we want to share all the business opportunities, especially in franchise and licensing.
We actually has been in the franchise industry for the past 15 years. We are not just ensuring our quality is consistent. I think the support and also work through the progress between the franchisor and franchisee are important.
We use ingredients that come from France. Everything is authentic. What we do is actually very niche, so it's not easy for people to actually follow it and also copy. We are actually a very good option for those who are looking into a passive income model. Our initial start cost is actually catered according to your budget. We discussed and we figure out ways to actually work out deals for all our interested franchisees.
The unique selling point, Mr. Fish, we are actually voted #1 fishing noodle in Klang Valley. We are innovative and adaptive. We have the food consistency because we have the central kitchen with IQF Blast Freezer. And soon, we have ready-to-eat meals where you can up and eat it straight away. It's actually the current market trend and can increase monthly sales.
Ellie Go 就是属于 Express Concept， 每一个 outlet 我们都会有1辆餐车，我们有不同的 design， 我们要去吸引很多的年轻人，所以我们在7月份呢，我们就正式会开始了。然后接下来每一个月大概是8到10辆，所以我们预计大概3年会开300间在马来西亚，所以这个是我们的一个策略。我们也会让茶饮的这个文化到达到另外一个高峰。根据这整个 MCO 的情况，我们想要让更多的人尝试创业。
BMS start in 1997. Now BMS currently we have 50 outlets in Malaysia. Northern there's 2 outlets. Central we have 40. Southern 4, and in Sarawak we have 4 outlets right now.
So through this event, we also want to grow and expand the business. We want to build SME business opportunity ecosystem.
The Selangor government is actually launching a 5 million matching grant, which we will provide 5,000 ringgit to each of the SMEs to subscribe to a digital service provider.
Lee and Partners, as international law firm, we are helping companies and associates from other countries to deal with matters in and out Malaysia. We will give you some ideas about franchise agreement and franchise system.
Everyone thought that MCO is a very bad timing to start business because see the numbers of F&B business closing down. But for us, risk equal to chance. And the risks are great, but the rewards are greater.
The biggest gain that I gain today will be the opportunity to easily meet and talk and share our business model to over 100 participants. I think it's a very good opportunity for all of us to still be able to connect and still find ways to progress even during these tough times.
A very good initiative brought by Venture Grab, and of course looking at the comparison between typical franchise exhibition that we have experienced before. Of course, this has a lot of convenience. At the same time, it can be quite engaging.
We believe that this is a right medium for us to reach out to the people and then to the potential investors.
这次的活动最大的收获就是也要谢谢 Venture Grab 给我们这样的机会去介绍 Mr. Fish， 然后也可以认识更多人。
有些点子是蛮特别，所以呢，可能是让我们学习，然后呢，也看到一两家公司我们有兴趣了，看有没有机会投资吧。
从早上10点到2点，基本上就可以了解差不多接近10家的连锁，一下子就很知道他们的生意的模式啊，所以就比较有效率一些。
BOEX.
Business opportunity.
Business opportunity.
Business Opportunity E-Expo.
Nice.
This is a very good opportunity for business opportunity expos. Pairing with the conventional expo, I would say this can be done at anytime, any place. In fact, when I'm doing this, I'm just at my home. So I think that is a beautiful part. Okay, I think most important I would like to say is using the platform to share with everyone my experience.
Very new to us actually, because during this pandemics and everything, we cannot do exhibitions and everything, so we go virtual instead. So I think this is a very good opportunity for us to reach out to as many people as possible.
It's able to help us to gather all the links in these events.
We'll actually participate for the next second business opportunity expo. Our client may be looking for all these opportunities, but they do not know where are the platforms to find out from. So this is a situation where we can introduce eXpo to our clients. And one thing, even though I myself as a lawyer, but who knows, maybe like 1 or 2 years later, I got a jackpot and so on, and then I may have this urge to run out a business myself.
Now Venture Grab for the past month or so, we realize it's a very good platform. So yes, joining this event in future will definitely be something that we will do correct.
Very good information. And it proves to be very competitive. So it also puts us on a very good framework. Give us a lot of good benchmark that these are the things that we can also offer for the future. So fantastic environment for today. And certainly looking forward to more enhancement by Venture Grab in the near future.
Venture Grab actually give a lot of supports, as in advertising materials, how to advertise, what to go on, and then the poster, everything is very useful and beneficial for us as a franchisor to expand more branding and get awareness, catch people eye to look into our poster, to easily share our business model to over 100 participants in the crowd.
Business opportunity expo.
Nice.
Business in today is very challenging, especially during the pandemic. No matter what industry you are in, digitalization and innovation is definitely on your to-do list. VentureGrab.com is a business opportunity platform. We focus to provide all kinds of business opportunity like franchise, licensing, partnership, and even buy-sell a business. Compared to the old school method, when you want to start a business, you need to do a lot of research. Now you can find all this information from VentureGrab.com. We make your 3 process faster and easier. With your business listing on VentureGrab.com, we help you to shout out your business opportunity to the right person. As of today, we have more than 50,000 potential business investor database within our platform. Besides all these marketing channels, we also provide further professional assistance whenever you need it, and we leave it to you to have direct discussion with the expert. Our platform is business opportunity and investor focused. To a business opportunity hunter, VentureGrab Investor Circle, VGIC. This is a great place to hunt for opportunity, from franchise to licensing, from partial shares to 100% buying off. You might have the chance to be the pioneer investor in local or overseas brands, SME owners who are looking to grow or expansion by acquisition of upstream or downstream businesses within the industry, young entrepreneurs who are looking to start up a business with lower cost and innovative product and services. There are a variety of choices of business opportunity for you to choose and compare. There's no markup, no hidden cost, no agent fees, reduced cost on transaction and process. There is full business information within the platform for faster decision making. Lastly, I would like to take this opportunity to encourage every business owner out there, no matter how bad is the market, always stay positive and look for a solution. Like me, since MCO 1.0 until MCO 3.0, I just keep doing whatever I can think of and move on. You don't try, you don't know.
Hello, everybody. Welcome again to another episode of Business Counter Show. It's Saturday again. All right. So, welcome everybody, and thank you so much for tuning in. Okay. So, this is a Business Counter Show where we will bring great business opportunity, great business owners to share with you their insights, their knowledge, and also their business opportunities. All right. So, this is a place where you can learn and share with all the business owners out there to to better elevate your business career. So how's everybody doing on a beautiful Saturday? Okay, it's raining out there, so everybody who is outside and watching this, do be careful. Okay, but if you didn't go out, please do stay at home. Okay, don't go out so much because the pandemic is still around. All right, so hello everybody, welcome again. Okay, so like I mentioned, what is this Business Counter Show all about? Okay, so Business Counter Show is where we bring business owners, professionals to share with you all their knowledge, all their insights, and sometimes even their business opportunities to you. Okay, so we have been running this Business Counter Show for quite some time already. Okay, so last week, let me share you a little bit of what happened last week. All right, so last week on our Business Counter Show, we got Mr. He from CSK Advisory, where he shared with you about the business succession planning. All right, so it is a very, very tough topic to discuss among your business partners, but it's also a very important one. The question is, what will happen to your business if one of your business partners suddenly passes away? Okay, so this is a very, I would say, a topic that you need to discuss. Then looking at the pandemic right now, things are very risky. So if you'd like to know more about this, do tune into our Business Counter Show, okay, our Business Counter Show Facebook page. Then to learn more. All right, so there's an event happening tomorrow, so I keep never mind. Moving on. Okay, so for last week on our Chinese Business Counter Show, okay, we got Mr. Eric from Jom Eun Global to share with you about government grants. Okay, so there are so many grants that are given out by the government for business to further support the SMEs in Malaysia who are struggling. So if you want to know what grant that you what other grants that you can apply for, so please do tune into our Business Counter Show from last week. Okay, so what is this Business Counter Show? And it's organized by Venture Grab. So what is Venture Grab all about, and why are we doing all of this? Right, so let me share them with you. So for Venture Grab, okay, we are a business opportunity platform where we connect business opportunities to you. Okay, so what kind of business opportunities do we connect? We have the franchise to connect with the licensee. Okay, we also have the investment opportunity. We will connect them to investors. Right, we also have business for sale and also partial business for sale that we connect them to buyers and business investors. All right. So when you go to venturegrab.com, when you see a business that you like, all you need to do is just click on the make appointment button, okay, and you can connect with the business owners directly. We won't charge you any fee. There's no agent fee, no markup. Okay, you deal directly with the business owners. All right. So head out to venturegrab.com, look at the search bar, search for the business that you like, and start looking for the business of your dreams. Okay. Another thing that we have is the Business Opportunity E-Expo. This is where this expo where we get 8 brand owners to share with you about their business opportunities. All right. So in this and tomorrow, 12/12, we will be having our 12/12 version because it happens every month. All right. So for this tomorrow, do tune in into our Venture Grab, the Business Opportunity E-Expo page. All right, to join us in our event. Okay. So these are the brands that have been with us that came out to visit the BOEX already. So do come and join us tomorrow, because tomorrow we have very, very exciting business opportunities, including the business of our guest for today. All right. So without further ado, okay, today we have a very, very special guest, okay, because anyone out there who likes to eat dim sum or not? Okay, if you like to eat dim sum, just put 111 into the comment. Okay, so for this next business, right? Because when we go to eat dim sum, normally if you go to the restaurant, okay, normally or they will give you the paper and then you can just take what you want, or the server will come and bring you a big tray of dim sum. You choose whichever you want, and yeah, then you makan your dim sum. But this dim sum business model is slightly different from the rest. Okay, first it's a halal dim sum. Secondly, the most interesting part is the fast food concept. Okay, so how do you do fast food concept with dim sum? Okay, so without further ado, let me invite our guest for today. Okay, Miss Celine, the founder and also the CEO of Jom Dim Sum. Okay, so put your hands together and invite Miss Celine. Hi, Celine.
Hey, hi Charles, do you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you very clearly, Celine. Welcome to the show.
But about your side is a bit very very low, the volume.
Very low. Okay, let me move my microphone a bit. Okay, maybe perhaps I talk louder a bit also. Okay.
Okay, hi everyone. So I'm Celine. I'm the founder of Jom Dim Sum. So let me introduce a bit of myself, Charles.
Sure.
First of all, thank you, Charles, from Venture Grab for inviting me to join this session today. So as a founder of Jom Dim Sum, actually our main core is in manufacturing halal dim sum and bao. So Jom Dim Sum is one of our subsidiary brand. We have another brand, it's called Canning Dim Sum. But Jom Dim Sum is something that we created as a fast food concept. Yeah, so it's a first ever fast food concept, I believe probably even in the world, because you don't see any such kind of concept with such kind of menu. So that's what we do. And we started this concept actually is last year. It was during the lockdown time last year, October. So where we see the opportunity, people would like to venture for halal dim sum, especially the Muslim friends. They don't really get a chance to enjoy a good or authentic taste of dim sum. Secondly, is also we are looking for a business which is easier to operate, which is scalable and expandable, and with minimum operation costs. Yeah, and also we are also hoping that this brand could expand not just within Malaysia, could expand to the overseas, because we have our central kitchen plant which we obtain not just halal but also GMP, ISO 22000 and HACCP. So all these certifications which are highly recognized in under the Health Ministry for food production especially. So we do export as well. Yeah, so currently besides having our own retail brand name, we also do export to other countries like UAE, Australia, and also Singapore and Hong Kong. So therefore, we believe that this brand is expandable not just within Malaysia.
Wow, sounds sounds like a very a very big thing that you're tackling already. Okay, because most of the time a dim sum shop is mainly they are just a dim sum shop. But for your case, you are the manufacturer, and also not only you have your own shop, and then two brands. There is the Canning Dim Sum from Ipoh, and then there's also the Jom Dim Sum. Two different concepts, and at the same time, you are supplying to other countries as well. So it does sounds like a very impressive business. Okay.
Yeah.
So there's two things new when it comes to your dim sum. First is the halal side. Secondly, and it's also the fast food side. Okay. So let's talk about the halal side. Okay. So because we all know dim sum is usually it's a Chinese thing and there's a lot of pork involved. All right. But by introducing the halal version, is there any challenges that you face when it comes to the introducing halal dim sum to the market?
Yeah, definitely. Actually, throughout we go by stage, because once we start producing or manufacturing the products of halal dim sum, which is non pork, right? Actually, we need about 3 months time to 6 months time after you start operation. Then only you can apply for halal. But the period of time during the applications of halal, that means we haven't got any certifications. It's very hard for us to approach or do any marketing to the Muslim, because we cannot say, hey, ours is halal, because you haven't got the certifications yet. So that period of time, right? Actually, we target for Chinese crowd first. Chinese customers, and saying that our dim sum are made of chicken and fish, so it's white meat, and white meat is healthier than red meat. So that's one thing. So when we obtain the halal certifications, actually it's not that difficult compared to a lot of people will be commenting, say, oh, it's very difficult, you need to go through a lot of process, a lot of documentations here and there. Yes, but as long as you follow and comply to the guidelines and whatever requirements, right, to meet their requirements, it's not that tough actually. And of course, before that is about your kitchen, the production area. So they have certain rules and regulations that you have to follow. So during the time that we think we feel like we want to apply for halal, we already get out the information, what we need to prep and what we need to do. For example, like they must have separate male and female prayers room. So you must allocate this space, before they come for inspections or audit. So once everything is get done according to their requirements, it shouldn't be that tough. Then after we got the certifications of halal, the next stage is how to market to Muslim friends, how to let them know. And this is the good one. So as you know, marketing fees, you actually need to pump in a lot. But I think we were quite, I would not say lucky, but I think with the products that we do, which is, I would say, quite good quality. So a lot of customers, when they come, they already tried out our products. They will actually recommend throughout social medias. So without much cost from our side doing all the advertisings, right? Throughout, people say words of mouth, people will keep spreading and sharing, especially Canning Dim Sum. So they will say, oh, Canning Dim Sum already viral in TikTok or already in IG. So Jom Dim Sum is a subsidiary brand of Canning Dim Sum, but it's just a different concept by fast food concept. So people would trust the brand name and believe that the food is good. So we only take, I think, a year plus to bloom the brand name. Yeah. So other than that, sometimes off and on, yes, but very rare. People will say, this business is run by Chinese or Muslim. But it doesn't matter, end of the day, people who are open-minded and they can accept, as long as this food is halal, then they will support.
Yeah, totally agree. From what I can understand from your sharing, right? I think the preparation to make it halal is the I wouldn't say challenge. It's a challenge, okay. But all you need to do is just be prepared, follow the guidelines thoroughly,
Exactly.
And plan towards the goal. Because what I noticed is a lot of people, when they do business, right, they don't have a goal. They only know, I want to do a business and make money. Okay, but
And keep on
there's
rolling.
they don't have like, no, I want to make it halal, so I have that
target.
objective. Then you need to know you need to know your game plan, what you need to do, and then you do it accordingly until there. But
exactly.
that's what you did, right? You already like find out what are the requirements, and then when you start doing, you are already doing it based on the requirements already. So, okay.
Yeah, I
So
have friends also who does, who are involved in F&B industry. Initially, they didn't plan anything. Then halfway, they said, hey, better I apply halal. Then they realized it would incur a lot of cost of renovations, which they have to, maybe do some upgrade of their kitchens and all that. Then they think about the cost, and then they give up. So these are all the costs that they may stop them from moving on. Yeah.
So this is the difference between plan and do versus do first, plan later.
Yeah, true.
All right, so that is on the halal side. Okay, how about on the fast food side? Like, what makes you inspire you to do the fast food
To
stuff?
do this concept, right?
Yeah.
Because we have our one of our brand name is Canning Dim Sum, as I mentioned earlier. It's very viral, all right? But the operation manpower that involved is really a lot. We run one session of operation, say 7:30 to 3:30. Just one session, our permanent staff is 28. 28 plus part-timers on weekends or public holidays, it could up to probably 35, staff to run for just one session. So when I think about it, it's not about just a cost, it's also about how you want to hire people, and especially frontliners and service industry, right? A quality frontliners. If one of them is not good, perform well enough, then people will say, hey, that staff are very rude. They just write on the social media. So all these kind of things, how we want to reduce. So, and therefore we start thinking how to do a concept that we can reduce the manpower. Then we think about like McDonald's and KFC, the food is actually, since we already have the central kitchen and the food is already prepped from our side. So rich outlet, what they need to do is actually just steam, fry and bake. That's all, 3 steps. So 3 method. So the SOP we can all set. Then we start thinking how to do this with low cost of startup. So we started on our own first. So we started one in Ipoh also. So we started this concept. What's the biggest challenge is actually the kitchen, because typically traditional traditional Chinese kitchen in dim sum, they will have this kind of sifu, so-called. I'm very experienced in controlling the time of steaming. So this sifu who doesn't know how to make dim sum, only have the experience in controlling the time. His salary could be like 3 to 5K, that much. So I will say, okay, I don't need this position. So what I should do is to have equipment that it's just like dummy user. Okay, you just set accordingly to the temperature and the duration. So the food just steam, okay, for example, this one steam 6 minutes, Normaika is 15 minutes. So I think anybody can do. So we start venture the equipments first, because we have another company which we also do manufacturing food machinery on our side. That's our another business.
Wow, another, okay.
Yeah, another business of ours actually. So I have my own team to start doing R&D to come up with the induction steamer, which is meant for dim sum. So when this successfully done, right, you can see I really cut out the cost of manpower. So the kitchen, I only need 2 to 3 staff only to manage the whole kitchen. And imagine one staff only cost me about 1,500 because it's just very common stuff. I don't need experienced chef, so-called. So instead of hire one staff, I can hire 3. So eventually the cost can get lower. The second thing is I have to think about the menu. How do I set the menu so that the pricing is affordable in everywhere? So in future, if I want to expand throughout Malaysia, everyone can afford. So I studied through the pricing of McDonald's and KFC. How much per head actually is within 15 ringgit. So I have to design the set within 15 ringgit so everybody can spend. Otherwise, in any restaurant, especially the halal dim sum, right, I think in KL, some famous one you guys know, you have to easily 2 or 3 person dine in, is easily 100 over bucks. Yeah, it's not affordable for everyone, So I want to think of something that is affordable for everyone. So I start from costing calculations, which from my side, we can supply. And for the vendor or licensee, they can also survive with a good margin. So it takes us, I think, about 2 months' time, from A to Z, start up, and we do our own SOP. We have about 200 over SOP. So exactly from zero. Why I say it's really tough for us because we are not doing something like fried chicken or burger. If you're going to do fried chicken or burger or fast food concept, right, I can easily copy any of their brand, I take one of their franchise and start copy their SOP. But this is no, because no one have do this before. So we have to do this. And another thing is in this outlet, in this concept, we also have the freezer, right, to display all the products. So this freezer, it functions as storage to keep all the stock. Secondly, also customer can buy frozen. So the frozen sales actually cover about 20% of the total sales. And even this one is lagi senang, they don't have to do any heating or cook anything. So they just buy frozen and go. So that also helped to push up the sales. And apparently this concept, when we started last year, October, it works as what upon my expectations. So we have got 5 licensees to join us last year. Until this year, February, again, they locked down. So we start observe, how can I still make money even when it's locked down? So it still work for us when I do a bit of adjustment on the manpower coming to work, not full force. So it's all these are the proven data that show that proven that this fast food concept is workable. Yeah.
It's definitely, even by hearing you explain and imagining how it works, because as an F&B owner myself, I do agree with you on the hiring people part. Okay, so if there's a way to reduce the need of hiring people, I also agree. It's not just about the money. It's about the operations. You need the food to come out good, nice, and also on time. If customer wait extra 5-10 minutes, then complain lah. Then the Facebook will have the things ready.
Yeah.
So
service also we have got SOP for them one. First sentence what you say, second sentence what you say, third sentence. All these so-called SOP saying things I have to put there also. You imagine last time without doing this, right? People call up to your restaurant and when you are very busy, for example, people will call and say, "Hi, can you dim sum? How may I help you?" So these kind of things, if you don't teach them right, they will actually answer, "Hi, can you dim sum? Messy." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then I realized, wow, all this, every single step I have to do SOP for them, what to say and what cannot say. Stick on the cashier counter.
Definitely. Yeah. So having a outlet like this, the cost is reduced, and then your product with SOP you can, and some it's
Standardize.
easy SOP,
Yes. Yeah.
and it's standardized. No, if I eat Jom Dim Sum in KL, in Penang, in Ipoh, it will
Yeah. It
be
should be all
exactly the
same.
same.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a one way to expand. I wouldn't say easily, in a more simple way. Okay. So
Yeah.
that's why you mentioned that during MCO, right? How was business during MCO? How good it is?
Okay, during MCO that time, of course, all outlets already subscribed to all the delivery platform like Foodpanda or GrabFood. But at the same time, we push frozen set. That means we have like combo A, combo B. So each set is like 100 ringgit, 100 bucks. So that time we already calculated if one day I can push like 5 or 6 sets, I already break even. So what we do is we do like live sales, and then we also give like ad hoc agents within the areas. So during that time, we are still making profit. Even the sales is lower, apparently. I give example like normal season, our sales is within 100K per month for one outlet just within there So, but that time I will say as low as 30,000, but we are still making 5,000-6,000 of profit. Yeah, because our manpower, we tell them, oh, sorry lah, we have to go on rotate. So like instead of 6, we only need 6 manpower to operate one outlet, from day to night, from morning 10 to 10, 6 manpower only. So we let them rotate 2 person a day. So I mean, of course, that one will cut down your manpower cost. And then we told them also the guidelines to switch off all the aircon and to reduce the freezer. So this also reduce 60% of our electric bill. So when you cut down in the so-called the fixed cost, right? Then you calculate again how much break even you need. So upon that break even you need, we how to target the sales. So we managed to do that lah. We push a lot of frozen sales at that time.
I see. Okay, so for your outlet, right? Yes, you can. It's a fast food concept where you can buy out, but is there a dine-in or everything is also grab and go?
Oh, it's dine-in. You can dine in, they can take away, they can buy frozen. So there are 3 channels of getting in the sales.
Just like McD lah, but without the frozen.
Yeah,
McD don't have
but
frozen.
when you go McD or when you go McD or KFC, they do not sell the frozen one. So we add on one more channel is the frozen sales, which actually is also a display. And at that time, people also feel very convenient, is that I just buy back the bao, I just steam 5-6 minutes, then can eat already.
Yes. So for the outlet, right, does it have to be is it in shopping mall or is it on the shop lots, or both also can?
It depends on the locality. So certain locality, right, we will advise the licensee to open areas as like nearby the commercial area whereby they have banks or schools or university. So you don't rely only on like, shopping mall sometimes only weekends customers, certain places. So weekdays there are not many crowd. So and then people may not want to go and park in a shopping just for the food. So it depends on the locality. So certain small township, we will focus in town area whereby there are governments, agency offices around there. So it's like ours, right? Our outlet is actually in the commercial area, commercial town. So front and back, there are a lot of banks. But surprisingly, also on weekends, people will come by because when the bank is not open, there are more parkings. So it's like, our sales is not bad 7 days a week when you choose the right location. Whereby if you choose in a shopping, there's no guarantee lah, but certain places is okay. To me, I think small township, right, shopping is still okay because people will go for shopping just to enjoy the aircon, That's what we realize.
Yes.
But in KL may not. KL sometimes only the weekends will be crowded. Not all shoppings will be crowded, right?
But Ipoh is the one, we go.
Yeah,
shopping
Ipoh
mall.
also weekdays there's not many people in shopping one. They may just go for groceries only, that's it. So other outlets will be very quiet. So we will choose in a commercial area.
So how many outlets do you have right now for Jom Dim Sum?
For Jom Dim Sum with this concept, we have 6 outlets now. So the next going to open in Genting is will be the 7th lah. And then Tawau is going to finalize by this month in Sabah. So Sabah, there is in the midst of discussion, they're going to open 4 outlets there.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But we have another 2 Jom Dim Sum in Sabah, KK and Bintulu. but which is not this concept, because that one we started very early in year 2019, which is also the name Jom Dim Sum. So it's like that, like, you know, when you first have the brand, it's going to be like Gen 1, Gen 2. So it's like iPhone now, you know, iPhone you also have to upgrade now until iPhone Pro Max. So in any business or concept, I believe we have to keep on upgrading also the version. Yeah.
Yep. So in terms of the fast food version, that will be the 6 outlet lah.
Yeah.
But all in Ipoh, or is it like
No,
across the state?
it's in Perak State, and in recently just opened in Kedah, Sungai Petani. So next would be the Genting one.
When is the Genting opening? Perhaps we can go and
They are rushing
support.
before Chinese New Year.
Okay. So let us know. We the Veggie Grab team might go up there just to
Yeah, you can
support.
go for shopping because it's going to open in the outlets, the outlet
Okay.
mall.
Okay, so for your for Jom Dim Sum brand, how many types of product that do you have?
We have about 50 less, more or less like SKU. So we also have rice and noodles, which is also easy. Just follow the SOP, then it can be served. Because we realize Malaysian, especially Muslim friends, they will still look for main dish. Then when we do rice and noodles, and then we realize, how come our sales also increase? Because when they order the main dish as rice or noodles, they will add on side dish dim sum. So eventually, suppose per head spending is within 15 to 20 ringgit, then they will probably spend over about 30 ringgit because they add on.
Okay. So next question is important to the audience out there, because we have a prize to give out. I think we got 3, right?
Right.
3 sets of dim sum. So the next question I will ask Celine, very important, because I'll ask you a question also. Okay, so Celine, can you name me a few of your products, the hot selling products?
Okay, the best selling products, number one is I want to highlight bao, because the kind of bao that we made, we made of a very premium flour, and this premium flour cost is 60% higher than the normal flour in the market. So our bao, I mean, most of customers after trying will say, how come your bao so fluffy? And then very, very smooth, because of flour. So we have two products which in bao is very hot seller one. Number one is pizza bao. So I think pizza bao is the only one in Malaysia that we are producing. So if you look at the surface, it's actually look like white and red, half white, half red, and the red is made of red rice. So we're trying to use the natural color ingredients into our products. And the second bestseller is salted egg lava bao. Salted egg lava bao is in Cantonese is ham tan lao sa. But to the Malay, right, to the Muslim friends, they will feel it very awkward. How can the telur masin made into bao? They can't imagine because they don't have this recipe. So it's very interesting. So, and this also we send out a lot in Australia. Every month we have container to Australia, only the salted egg lava bao, because Australia they have a lot of Asians there as well. So if talking about dim sum, we have a lot of prawn dumplings that made of natural color ingredients, which we made like green color we made of spinach, and blue color we made of the butterfly pea flower, and then the yellow color will be pumpkin, red color will be red rice. So all this colorful, it's actually very Instagramming for customers to take pictures and post on the social media. And secondly is also more nutritional. More nutritious.
Okay, so for those out there, I hope you're listening, because there will be a question about this later for the price. Okay, so having 6 outlets right now, what's the plan moving forward? What is the plan? How many outlets that is going to come, or how many outlets do you plan to have?
We will look at it. Maybe we'll look at it now. Okay, in Malaysia we have how many parliamentary seats?
I don't know. Two.
Exactly.
Right?
So out of two, I make it half of it. 111 also not bad, right? Throughout Malaysia.
Yes.
Right or not? According to the parliamentary seats.
Yep. So one outlets.
Yeah.
Or you want 111 regions, and then each region have 2 or 3.
Yeah, there's actually district. I think that would be not bad already. And then we are also a lot of good things. I mean, it's also the government is actually also eyeing on us because we're also selected to be the role model of Martrade, whereby they want to watch us grow in exporting markets. But at the same time, the government is also keen to come in to make our company as a GLC company actually. But I think it's not the time yet, so let us grow to the value. Yeah, but one good thing is when they are eyeing on us, so there are a lot of subsidies or a lot of grants that we need, we can approach them and they will help to support us to grow. That's something good for us, especially in halal F&B, because if you look at in the market, listed company would acquire halal F&B. Because
definitely.
When you have retail brand name, so yeah, I believe this definitely workable.
I see. Okay, so coming from the potential franchisee point of view, okay, how is the investment like for Chom Dim Sum franchise?
Okay, to me, it's a very low cost of investment compared to other F&B so-called franchise brand. I know a lot would touch about $1 million or even 800,000 to $1 million. Even bubble tea also easily like 800,000. Ours is very low. We can start from 150. I mean, I'm talking about all in, whereby you can start operation. From us is about 150 to 500K. So it depends on the size of the lot. So we will make it all in. So the ROI healthily should be within a year or a year plus. So this is something, some data that we can be proven also, because we are also doing one outlet on ourselves. So we have all the data to prove it's possible.
Yep. Okay, so 150K, how what's the size like? The
say
smallest one
150K would be about say 300 to 400 square feet. It's like a kiosk kind of concept. You know, it can be in a shopping mall or even like a shop size, right? Half lot of it. So if it's touched to like 400K, it should be one shop lot lah. Like ours is about 400K because we take up one shop lot. Yeah. So the difference could be, let's say it's a kiosk concept, it may not be full menu. But if you take up the shop lot, then it's definitely a full menu. And also again depends on the locality, because like small township, we will encourage them to take up the whole shop lot, because there are very seldom, very few places customers can go in and enjoy the aircon plus halal some more. Imagine sometimes when you take Muslim friend, right? You cannot think of Pizza Hut or KFC or McDonald's. Sometimes it's very hard for us to think of any other restaurants. Yeah, so we want to be one of them, and also we hope that this brand we can sell out of Malaysia. Instead of Malaysia keep buying the brand name from overseas. We buy Texas Chicken in, we buy McDonald's in, but why not the other countries buy our brand, out there?
Yep.
Actually, we have people interested in Indonesia and Brunei, but because of the pandemic, they cannot come here and we cannot fly over there. So it's a bit of difficult for the progression.
Yep, but that one cannot control lah.
Yeah, but definitely future, I believe is workable because we have the central kitchen, which already with all the products is exportable.
Okay, so we mentioned the benefits that it's low cost, and then you don't need so many manpower, and there's a few channels for people to buy. So there's many ways to generate sales Okay, but definitely every business have a risk. So what would be the potential risk of having a Chom Dim Sum business?
What I say is we are very ready in most of the details. The biggest risk is about management, because as you know, we are not direct manage all these outlets. So the licensees somehow they have to got the operator ethic to make it successful. So they cannot say, I just want to invest, I don't care, or simply I get one of my cousin to jaga, and then that fella may not have the passion, so it could be a damage also. So this is the risk I see. If someone is going to take up this license program, we will have to make sure that they have a team or they have the heart to really involve in the business. So they cannot say, I'm just taking the license and then everything, let the HQ handle. We will be passing on everything, but someone has to manage it somehow.
Yes,
correct. That's the key person. Yeah.
Yep. All right. So for somebody who wants to start the business right now, right? So what should they prepare, and then before they talk to you? Because before they come to Venture Grab and Venture Grab pass to you, anything that they should be aware of or they should prepare?
We would actually prefer, right, people who have some F&B background. who have a bit of this idea what's F&B, and also prefer people who has business experience before. I'm not saying that people who doesn't have business experience cannot but it's better that they have all these knowledges, because actually throughout our training, like when we give them training, we also train them HR, finance, and social media marketing. We want them to understand how to see the P&L as well. And a lot of people, they do business, they don't see P&L monthly, but we will tell them they must see the P&L monthly, and their monthly P&L must submit to us. We help them to monitor. Yeah, because the purchase have to according to the percentage of their forecast sales. Otherwise, your sales may be high, but your profit may not see that because you overpurchase, overspend on some other things. So we will have to control that month by month. That's why when I mentioned, how come when I do 30,000 of sales, that means I have actually lost 70% of sales, but I'm still making money, because we know how to control the P&L, the purchase expenses. So we will educate them as well. So what they need to get prepared is two things, mentality and physically. Initial start up any business physically, also you have to involve a lot. You better get to know everything. And then mentally is you're really willing to absorb new things. Because if someone think they're very smart already, hey, last time I do that business also not like that. But this is something different. F&B service is about service, and it's about SOP, quality control. So they must understand.
Okay. So right now we are not really over, we're in the near endemic already. The market has opened up and all. So what do you foresee in the coming future? More business, and then what else do you foresee in upcoming months?
Yeah, definitely. Year 2022, we also have our plan already. First is because now we are doing license. So next year is our plan to become a franchisor registered under Pernas. So this is our plan. Because under that registration of Pernas, I believe there are more opportunity as well. And then secondly is we are also, since Matrix is watching over us, so we are looking at the opportunity of exporting and overseas markets, because we'll be getting all this assistance from the government. So these two things that we are looking in the expansion. And thirdly is about manpower. Since we will be facing manpower issue as we expanding, so we are actually now in the midst of a collaboration with a culinary school, whereby the students will send to train in our place. As the selected one, we can let them work, or even, if they are keen to take up their own business, if they are Bumiputra, so we may help them to get some fund and start up their own small business.
I see. All right. So for in the competitive market, right? I would say halal dim sum, you are not the first one, okay, but you are just one of the players. But when it comes to fast food, you are the one and only one lah. Okay, so let's talk about the one with competition. Okay, so being halal, there's so many players out there as well. Both the manufacturing side and plus the restaurant side. So what makes your dim sum stand out for everybody else?
I think number one is quality. This has to become number one, because a good product, it will advertise itself. You will eventually, people will say, hey, this is the best product. So we emphasize quality products, and that's why you see, I think we are also the only one doing a lot of natural color ingredients into products. Therefore, if you talk about the competition within the competitors, right, our price is not cheap compared to others because of food quality. So we are also looking at the consumers in future. They would willing to pay a little bit more for good food. So number two is also, of course, about branding, because most of the manufacturer or restaurants, I mean, maybe one or two, they don't do much so-called of the brand name lah. So this one also is something that we have to work out to create awareness. Why Jom Dim Sum? Because we want people to try out the real good food. I give you an example, right? Someone hasn't tried dim sum before, right? So if you give them a so-called grade B or grade C of dim sum, they will assume that, oh, this is dim sum, because they don't know what is really good dim sum. So it's our responsibility to tell them what is dim sum exactly and what is so-called good dim sum. Don't get cheated by eating, so-called the not so good quality one, and assume that, oh, this is dim sum, a chair not so good. then it is also is integrity lah. And then I think our mission is also about inheritance and development for the culture within Malaysia. We want to build the cultures crossing when all races they understand each other through food. Yeah, because when you understand their food and then you understand their budaya and their background already. So if they taste our food, they will know, oh, actually dim sum, yeah, this is normally they like this kind of taste, more on steam, healthier. Steam is healthier. We are also telling people to eat more steamed food as it's healthier rather than always keep eating the frying food.
Fried, grill, oil, coloring.
All these are, yes, that's why we are moving towards steam and healthy color.
Okay, so on the nearest location that you're targeting, right? Any place that you have in mind that you want to capture in the near future?
Oh, actually, I mean, throughout Malaysia, it could be everywhere. A lot of people actually, before MCO, right? Before this year MCO, I would say last year lah. A lot of people already asking, say, want to open in Kuantan, Johor, here and there. But this year lockdown is like scared people, It was like, wow, when is going to be the third time or fourth time? So a lot of people is like holding back. So I mean, it's okay for us. We'll just do whatever we can. So, but we're also selective because we do reject a few licensee also. We rejected them. Some is because of the area not suitable. Because some say, oh, I have my own shop lot. I want to do it in my shop lot. But when we go there and survey, right, and we realize that your shop lot is actually cannot. It will damage my brand name if I want to put the brand there. So this kind of license.
May I ask why? Like, is it like too out of place, too out of nowhere, or?
Yeah, it's like nobody's going to go there, and then it's like residential area, and then suddenly one shop, one row of shop. This kind of place won't book lah,
Yeah. Unless that residential area is
no
big
point
lah.
waste their money. Yeah, it's like residential, and then maybe kopi chasak okay lah, So then secondly is also like some people they say, oh, I want to invest only. I will let my niece to handle. So we interview a few times with their niece, and realize this is not suitable lah, this candidate. So we say very sorry. We find a very good way to say sorry lah. Yeah. So we are not saying that. Of course, everybody want business, but in long term we have to think, right? We have to got quality partner together. Actually, licensee is like our business partner because we do our part. They also have to do their part. So if you don't be selective, right? You'll be very headache facing all kind of different kind of business partners.
Yes, definitely. Okay. All right. So looking forward for more Jom Dim Sum in KL so that like we all can go makan. Okay. KL got where is the branch? Is there any branch in KL?
We are in the midst of discussion now in Subang Jaya. So Subang Jaya is probably opening in February or March because they are waiting for the terminations of the contract of the current vendor. So other than that, they are also expanding. But in KL could be more like a kiosk concept because the rental is a bit too high. So we will also advise them, even you take up a kiosk also already few thousand, right? So it's we let the licensee to choose.
Yeah, I would totally agree lah. But it comes to this concept, malls in KL will do better, or perhaps even those office area, there's the MRT stations. That one might work better.
True. Yeah.
Okay. So very looking forward for the Genting one that's coming soon. So now we all can go makan and everything. Okay. So
the cooling area, chill.
Yeah, go there. Now maybe New Year. Yeah, after New Year, New Year go there will be a lot of people. Okay. So before we've been talking for quite some time. Okay. So before we end this, do you have anything that you like to shout out to everybody out there?
Shout out, I would say, if you really got a chance, come to Ipoh. Because Ipoh is the main one. So if you come to Ipoh, try Canning Dim Sum, try Jom Dim Sum, you will not regret. For Chinese even, for any listeners now, whether you are Chinese, Indian or Muslims, just come and you will not regret. I would say we have a lot of Chinese customers also because they like the natural color ingredients dim sum.
Chinese New Year time open Ipoh one.
Chinese New Year, yes, we open on the second day. The first day we're off. Choyet we're off, so second day we're open.
Oh, awesome! I'll bring my parents there.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's all the time we have for today. Okay,
So
so
your gardening what you do on your own,
yeah, we do. I do my own later. Okay, because I got things to to
Okay.
okay, but also Celine also will be on our chop tomorrow. Okay, to share more about the business opportunities. So do all the best for tomorrow. So we will see you again very soon, Celine.
Sure. Thank you so much, Charles.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you, Celine. Okay, bye
Thank
bye.
you. Bye.
Okay, so that's that for Celine from Jom Dim Sum. So just now I mentioned that no, we have prizes to give from Jom Dim Sum. We are giving out 3 prizes from Jom Dim Sum. There's a set for you ready lah. Okay, so for those that who wants to win surprise, it's very easy. Okay, just name me 2 of the Jom Dim Sum's products. Okay, and then you just hashtag Jom Dim Sum and hashtag Venture Grab. Okay, so the first three people that can do the hashtag today, all right, we will be in touch with you and offer you the prize. Okay, so again, just name me 2 of the products that Celine mentioned. Just and hashtag Jom Dim Sum and hashtag Venture Grab. Then we will give the prize to the first 3 winners. All right. So that's all the time we have for you today. Okay, so because tomorrow we have our Business Opportunity E-Expo 12/12, okay, where we have 9 brands and also professionals to share with you their business opportunities and also their knowledge and also every opportunity they're going to share with you. So do tune into our Business Opportunity E-Expo Facebook page tomorrow, and we will be I'll be seeing you tomorrow. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Charles. Okay, I will see you again next week for our business Kang Tao show. See you.